What's going on, Mopar fam? I hope everybody out there is having a fantastic time. So today's video, we will be installing the new war pedal on my 2015 Dodge Durango. And the reason we will be installing the new pedal device on my Dodge Durango is because these things have a terrible throttle response. Very, very, very slow response when you get on the gas pedal, and it's just very annoying. And most of all the cars and trucks today has that delay due to the electronic throttle system that they use. It's all throttled by wire, and this war pedal device will definitely help cure that problem and is fully adjustable to make your throttle as crisp and as touchy as you would like it for your own personal use. So we're going to be putting this guy on my 2015 Durango, so stay tuned. And I hope to answer 3 questions that I know you guys are going to have. And 1 is, does the device work? 2 is, how easy is the install to install this device? And 3, is it worth the money? So definitely stay tuned, and I guarantee you we can answer those 3 questions in just a second. So the first thing you're going to need to do is make sure that your vehicle has been turned off for 10 to 15 minutes. And that is to allow the computer and everything to basically turn off, so that when you unplug your throttle pedal connector, it does not set a check engine light. It is very clear in the instructions how to do this, so just make sure your vehicle has been turned off for 10 to 15 minutes, and do not turn the key on to the accessory mode or anything while you are installing the war pedal. So first step, let's get the throttle pedal connector unhooked from the factory location. Alright, so we are going to go down in the floorboard here to the throttle pedal control assembly, and we're going to unhook the connector. So what you're looking for on your vehicle is on top of the throttle pedal controller, you'll see this wire assembly goes into a connector and plugs onto the very top of it. This is pretty much how all of the Mopar, Dodge, Ram, Charger, Challengers, they pretty much all are the same way. So we're going to unplug that connector. Step 1. So the wiring harness that they supply you with, this connector that has the small wire coming off of it, this connector will plug into your factory vehicle connector plug that you unplugged from your factory pedal. And the other end, this connector will plug directly into the stock throttle pedal assembly. Very simple. So we're going to get this plugged up real quick, and I'll show you what it looks like. So the first thing we're going to plug in is going to be this connector right here, and we're going to plug it into the factory pedal harness connector that we unplugged from the pedal. So you're going to plug that in till you hear a nice firm click, and we have that now plugged in. And then the other connector will plug into the top of the pedal controller. And you're going to push it down until you hear a nice firm click, just like that. And then the red button on the back right here, you're going to push it down so that it locks, and that means that lock will keep the connector from coming off. And the extra cord will go to the pedal controller device. Alright, so here's the extra cord coming off of the pedal controller wiring harness. And this connector will plug into the actual war pedal connector. This connector will plug into the war pedal device LCD screen. So we're just going to pull this up over here over the console for now. And we are pretty much fully installed. Now we're just going to get the actual unit, plug it into that connector. All right, guys, I told you that wasn't bad at all. It took about 2 minutes, maybe if 2 minutes. Super easy install. Anybody can do it. All right, so last connection we have to make is with the actual device itself. So we're going to take our war pedal and our extra cord coming off the throttle pedal assembly down there, and it is a simple connection. You just plug the two together just like a cell phone charger, And now we are connected to our roar pedal device. So the next step now is we're going to turn the car on to the accessory mode, and we're going to pick the setting that we want. Now the setting I'm going to go for is actually going to be the sport mode. The sport mode gives you the feeling of a 1-to-1 pedal ratio like you would have in an older vehicle with a throttle cable instead of the throttle by wire design. So pretty much as soon as you start to move the pedal, the car is going to react and it's going to accelerate. So that's the mode I'm going to set this on, and we'll go test drive it and see how I like it. Out of the box, they come pre-programmed. Factory default setting will be Sport Plus mode. So that will be a little bit more powerful, be a little bit more snappier than just a sport mode. But we're gonna try them all out. But we'll definitely try out the Sport Plus mode, and we'll definitely try out the race mode just to see how snappy this thing really is. But for right now, we're gonna set it to the sport mode. So to set it to the sport mode, you will need to set it to, the display will show HA. So HA will be sport mode, and then if you want, you can increase the power on that up to 9 times. So there's 9 separate settings to increase or decrease that mode as well. So we're gonna set it to HA. So I have the car on the run mode. It's not running, but we have it on the accessory run mode, and our screen is lit up, so we have power. And just like it said out of the box, it's saying that it's on FU3. So FU is sport mode. And no, I'm not just saying FU for the crap of it. That is literally the mode. So Sport Plus mode will show up as FU, and they have it set on the 3rd setting of that mode. So we're going to set it to the regular sport mode, and we will set it to level 3. So we're going to hit the M button and go down to HA for sport mode. So there's HA, and it's already set on 3, but if I wanted to turn that up, you would hit the up arrow, and that's level 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we're going to leave it down there at 3, where they pretty much have everything set at, it looks like, from the factory. So right now, we have the Durango program to sport mode level 3, which is a 1-to-1 pedal ratio. So the next step is, I'm just going to tuck this over here in the cup holder, and we're going to go for a test drive. Alright guys, we are about to go on a test ride to check out the sport mode. I currently have it on the sport mode on level 3. So sport mode is HA, and I have it set to level 3 on that mode. And again, this mode is supposed to be like a 1-to-1 throttle ratio, as if you had an old school throttle setup with like a throttle cable going from your pedal to your engine. So let's go for a drive. Whoa, I can already tell just coming out of the driveway, just touching the throttle pedal, just barely touching the throttle, it's actually responding much faster than it used to. No question about that. Oh yeah. It's a night and day difference, guys. Night and day difference. Definitely a much better feeling than stock. Again, I don't know, how many of you guys out there have the Durango, but pretty much all of the cars, the Challengers, the Rams, the trucks, they all have a terrible throttle delay. And tuning definitely helps, and these throttle pedal devices definitely helps also. But the sport mode that we're on right now, and we're on level 3, which you can increase that. We can stop and increase that if we want to. Very simple. You can turn the sensitivity up on it. But with sport mode level 3, it feels very, very good. The throttle is not super snappy. It responds very smoothly. The power comes on like you would expect it to. It comes on quickly. Really no delay. It just kind of comes on, just like a throttle pedal, or just like a throttle cable design, like they said. You can definitely tell the 1-to-1 ratio definitely wakes it up. As you press the gas pedal, the car actually starts to move instead of having that slow delay, like you mash the pedal a little bit and then nothing kind of happens and all of a sudden it starts to move. That is gone. So definitely so far loving the sport mode. We're actually going to crank it up to the Sport Plus mode, and we're going to see how much more snappy it gets. So here we go. All right, so we have it set to the Sport Plus mode, which is the FU mode. And again, no, I'm not saying FU, but that's literally what they call it. Don't know if you can see it on the screen, but FU, and it's on level 3 for the Sport Plus mode. So here we go. We're going to drive and see what the Sport Plus mode feels like. Whoa! All right, definitely a huge difference going from Sport mode level 3 to the Sport Plus mode level 3. I gave it the same amount of throttle, and as you can see, it kind of threw me in the seat a little bit. Definitely woke it up a lot. Not gonna say it's too much. It feels pretty good so far. It's definitely more snappy. This mode would probably be actually ideal for the Chargers and the Challengers and trucks that are towing. This mode would probably be the #1 mode, I guarantee it. It makes a pretty big difference, even with the sensitivity turned down to 3. It makes a big difference, but it's not insane, definitely not too wild, but definitely makes the pedal react very quickly. Perfect for probably your fast cars out there, or your trucks that are towing. This mode I can see is definitely going to be the mode for you guys, and no questions asked. All right, so we are pulled over here at a gas station, and we are going to turn it into the race mode right now, which is the SU reading on the display. So we're going to hit the mode button until we see SU. All right, SU3. So we are on race mode, and it's on the level 3 sensitivity, which is the sensitivity level we have tested all the modes in so far, which is the level 3. So we're in race mode level 3. Let's go for a drive. And I'm going to try to barely touch the gas pedal until we get used to it. Oh yeah, you can tell she's a lot more alive now. Oh yeah. Thing's starting to not feel like a 5,000-pound Durango, starting to feel more like a Challenger or Charger now. Holy woo! Damn. Good Lord. Race mode definitely is touchy. Like, I was barely getting into the throttle pedal, and this thing was just wanting to go. Definitely snappy. A lot more active on the race mode. All right, let's do another little takeoff in race mode. Here we go. I mean, holy shit. I am probably a quarter on the throttle pedal, guys. I mean, it is just insane. This thing does not drive like a Durango with this pedal device on race mode. I mean, I really feel like I just sat down in a Challenger or a Charger. It's insane. It just like woke it up so much. It's crazy. I guarantee you, if I leave it on the race mode and let the wife go to the grocery store in it later today, she's probably going to come back and hit me with a newspaper. Whew. So there you go, guys. I hope the video kind of explained what the roar pedal will do for your vehicle. So for the 3 questions, does it work? Definitely it works. Without a question, without a doubt, the device works. 2, How hard was it to install? Super, super easy. If you can plug your cell phone into your charger, then you can install this device. Very, very simple. No tools required. Simply plug and play. Can't get easier than that. And for number 3, is it worth the money? Most definitely. In my eyes, this device is definitely worth the money. It is much, much cheaper than some of the other big name pedal devices out there on the market. And this pedal device, the Roar pedal, does everything it says it does, and it does it well. Without a question, definitely worth the money. I don't think you can get a better pedal controller device than the Roar pedal for the money. Not gonna happen. So, just to recap, my personal experience so far on the Durango, the sport mode with the 1-to-1 pedal ratio definitely, in my eyes, is a very good contender for your everyday driving car. Durango, a minivan, a Jeep, even your cars out there, Challengers and Chargers. It's not a very huge difference, but it is a big difference. And it makes the vehicle drive the way it should have driven out of the factory without the pedal delay. So sport mode is very, very nice. The Sport Plus mode, much more snappier. The Sport Plus mode will definitely wake your vehicle up tremendously. It was a pretty big difference over just the regular sport mode, but it wasn't crazy snappy or aggressive, but definitely a huge difference. I could see that mode again being perfect for your sport cars out there or your trucks that are towing. I believe those guys would also love it. Even your Jeeps out there that's out there off-roading and wheeling and everything, the Sport Plus mode would probably be ideal for the sport cars and the trucks that are towing and so forth. Race mode, definitely out there for your high performance vehicles. And I would again say, you could daily drive on that mode very easily, but it is super aggressive. It was a huge, huge wake up and very, very touchy gas pedal, without a doubt. For your racetrack, autocrossing, out there, doing what your car's designed to do. Everyday driving on it, I don't know, it's a little bit snappier than I would per se want to deal with every single time I stop and take off again. It just kind of felt like I was flooring it when I wasn't. Very, very aggressive. But it does make a huge difference, and I'm sure it would help out a lot at some events like autocrossings and so forth like that, where all the throttle pedal delay is gone. I mean, it is snappy, so definitely works. So there you go, guys. Definitely works. It definitely does what it says it's going to do, and more videos to come. We're going to install this device on some cars out there, some trucks out there, and get some more people's opinions on it. But until the next time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap the bell button for the notifications so you don't miss anything, and we'll see you on the next one.